Hey guys, it's Eric Dillard, Proline Racing, along with my partner in crime here.
And Doug Patton from Proline Racing.
We're really excited. We've been working on this deal for, I'd say over a year. I think this all started back in February, March of 2024 as kind of an idea. There's some things that led us down this path that we thought this was the right move for Proline. And this is our new Alan Johnson 4.9 put together by Proline. So lots of really cool things that have happened in a year to get us to where we're at. It's amazing how much work and time and effort it goes into to completely start another platform. We went from the MH4, MH5, MH6, MH7, as a lot of you know, and that was an awesome progression. More minute, like cam changes, cam height, cylinder head design, bigger changes, but a lot of them were in the block at one point, and then some of it was on the top end at some point. For this completely different project to start from the ground up and build something completely new. So hats off to Alan Johnson for the work he's put in to get it to this point. I think he's had a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of hours put in to build this program, and we're super excited to see how this week goes. And there's some cool things all coming together this week, and that's why we wanted to get together and do this, with cars on the dyno, cars at the racetrack. So of this 12 to 18 month project, it's all coming to the finish line this week that we get to see what this thing will really do.
So some of the key points about this engine are it's a 4.9 excuse me, 4.9 bore space, which allows you a bigger bore, which helps airflow, more room between push rods, so you can have a wider intake port, and still keeps a lot of the same features that are good about the 4.8. It's easy to maintain, easy to work on. This just incorporates some of the things that help the airflow, help the higher RPM power, and early dyno numbers showed that, especially with a centrifugal blower, the higher RPM power is a lot better. But we still kept a lot of the simplicity of the 4.8 that makes it easy to work on and easy to service. And some of the same components for the valve train are the same, so it makes it easier to stock all the parts to cover this and a 4.8 engine. They've only changed the stuff that they had to do for the 4.9. Made a few things about it. It's easier to service. We've done things like taking away the foam on the end rails. It's just got an O-ring now, so it makes it quick and easy. If you have to pull a cylinder head and put it back on, you can put it back together, go straight to the staging lanes without any trouble. Seals up really well, and like I said, the early dyno numbers were really promising with it, so now we're anxious to try with the screw blower and see how it does there.
One of our first adopters of the 4.9, and it's kind of a funny story, Randy Weatherford. He always believes in when we have a new product, and he always wants to be on the ground floor, which I'm always hesitant of, because I want to go out and prove anything we're working on. We want to prove it first before we put it out in the field. And it's really cool to have people like Randy that believe in what you're doing, and all the way to the point of, I wouldn't take a deposit for the motor. Me and Doug decided we're just not going to take deposits for a while. We're just going to keep working on the project. And he kind of circumvented the process with me and called Miss Lynette in our accounting department and threw some money down without me knowing about it, and called me later and said, "Hey man, I just gave you money. It's not for anything else other than that deposit on that 4.9, so I get the first one." I'm like, all right, Randy, if you're gonna go that far, it's yours. So Randy was the first one to jump on board. We got it in a new 69 Camaro Pro Mod that's it's really ready to go. He's been ready, but Randy's been having a lot of success at the end of the season here in IHRA and PDRA, so he's kind of put the car to the side, focused on the car that he's got, because things are going so well. So we're excited here. Within a week, we should see that thing on the racetrack. So that'll be our first Pro Mod with a 4.9 and a Hartz centrifugal blower on the racetrack, and then in a Pro Mod form. And then this past week, we got to dyno Carlos Sanchez's new car from David Reese. It's a beautiful new no time 275 car. It was another centrifugal combo. We got to dyno it, and kind of on both combos we saw the same results. We were able on Randy's to dyno one of our MH7s the same day, dyno the MH8 the next day, and if the results on the dyno translate to the racetrack, we got a lot to be excited about. So we'll you never know. We got to prove it on the racetrack first. Then here we have Nate Saylor. Nate Saylor has a brand new RJ67 Mustang Pro Mod that's right now getting turnkeyed by RK and Homeyer, and we're going to deliver this thing to him today. So we're really excited about that. This will be our first screw blown 4.9, so with no dyno results, nothing on that yet. But so we're super excited to get this thing turnkeyed and get it ready for the winter series. This will be our first screw blown combo to go down in Pro Mod and go run the winter series. They're going to prep and hopefully be ready for that. And we got a turbo one going together for Colin Wilshire in Australia. So another exciting, we're getting to do all 3 combos right off the bat and get these things going. So a lot to be thankful for. We really appreciate our customers that support us and believe in what we're doing. These things haven't been on the racetrack yet, but for them to step up and jump into these programs and believe in everything we're doing here at Proline, we can't be more thankful.